What's up, everybody? Several of my subscribers have mentioned to me lately that they have an interest in starting up their own YouTube channel, so that's what really inspired me to do this video. Now, I don't have all the answers, so I would suggest anybody that's checking out this video also check out some other videos on YouTube. It's not really necessary to do, but I know for some people that would make them feel more comfortable before they start up a channel, just to see what other people have to say about it. So again, look around, because I don't have all the answers. I'm just going to give you what I feel, my opinions, my thoughts based off my own experience here on YouTube. So for starters, if you're going to start a channel, you need to go into it with a clear focus. Think about what your channel name is going to be and what the basic focus of your channel will be. Really get that settled in your mind up front, because you have to have a clear identity on YouTube. As far as naming your channel is concerned, I would suggest that you go with your name or either a nickname, because if you decide to focus on a product or a hobby, then what happens if you lose interest in that product or hobby? Or what if that product or hobby suddenly loses popularity? And if it matters to you to have an audience long term, you really need to think about that. So I just think it's a bad idea to tie yourself to a particular product or hobby. My own personal opinion on that. And really think about some of the biggest YouTubers out there. A lot of them, their channel name is either their own name or nickname. Okay, also, if you decide to try to rebrand yourself later on, that's a very tough thing to do. If you try to change your channel name or change the focus of your channel, you could really upset your audience. You could also confuse a lot of people, especially your new subscribers. So again, that's why I say have your focus up front, so you don't even have to bother with that. Some people I see, they constantly shift the focus of their channel, and they keep trying different things and even change up their name repeatedly. Nobody can keep up with that, and you can't really have a following if you're not clear, if you don't have that clear identity. Also, I would say make sure you can get a lot of videos out of whatever your main focus is. If you've only been on YouTube for just, let's say, a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and you're already running out of ideas, then that means you didn't have a strong focus to begin with. Really think about, what are your videos going to be about? What's the focus going to be? And be very careful as well. And this is another reason why I say you might want to use your own name or nickname, is because let's say that you really like Legos and you like doing building of Legos, and that's what you want to do with your videos. Well, those Lego sets can be expensive. So if you get to the point where you can't afford them, then what are you going to do? Especially if you've named your channel related to that. So again, be very careful about how you basically brand yourself on YouTube. Next up here, make sure that you be unique. And it's okay to be inspired by other people. I've had some YouTubers say that they were inspired by me, but then they did their own thing. They may have focused on movies or some other types of collectibles. Again, it's okay to be inspired by people, but don't try to do exactly what they do. You need to have your own voice and your own style. And I really like this quote here: innovate, never imitate, because imitators, they rarely get respect and they rarely last a long time. For example, and I'm still focusing here on being unique, Casey Neistat, one of the biggest vloggers on YouTube, I've seen some people that try to emulate his style, and I really look at it this way: this man has really worked hard throughout his life. He's built up his own company. He has a lot of technology, a lot of slick editing. He may even have people that help him directly with his vlogs. How can you compete with that? So instead of trying to emulate somebody, because honestly, when it comes down to it, if I want to see a really slick looking, well put together vlog, I'll just go to Casey Neistat. I'm not going to run and go to somebody that's obviously trying to imitate him. And of course, different people can do vlogging, but it's really obvious when somebody's trying to be like him. So don't do that. Don't set yourself up to look like an imitator. Really find your own unique voice, and also avoid comparing yourself to other YouTubers. Don't worry about how many subscribers somebody else has. Don't worry about how much money somebody else is making. Don't worry about any of those things. Worry about what's going on your channel, because when you start comparing yourself to other people, 9 times out of 10 it's just going to make you feel bad. That's really all there is to it. Even if you're comparing yourself to, let's say, a friend's channel, and you see that you're doing a lot better than them, that still might make you feel kind of bad because you want to see them do more as well. So yeah, just be very careful about those comparisons. Just focus on what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. And also, always, no matter how long you are on YouTube, always consider what is setting you apart from other channels, because you really want to make sure your subscribers have some particular reason to come back to you. So don't just do what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about trends and all those different things. Just think about, what am I doing that's really going to give my subscribers something to come back to. Next here, and this should be obvious, but I gotta say it though, be entertaining. You want to make videos that you actually want to watch. If you don't even want to watch your own videos, then that says a lot. Or if you're bored by your own videos, then again, that says a lot. So if it's not interesting to you, it's not going to be interesting to anybody else. Also, try to make sure that you're in the mood to record when you actually do record, even if you have to kind of psych yourself up, which is something I know I have to do sometimes, especially since I have an ongoing series on my channel that I do most of the time lately, twice a week. So yeah, there are times when I'm not completely in the mood, but I have to kind of psych myself up and get myself in that mindset, because if you record and it's obvious you're not in the mood to record, it's just going to come across to the viewers, and you could lose viewers quickly because of that. Also, as you continue on with YouTube, you need to be reflective. Look back at your videos, really think about what you're doing well and what you could be doing better. And trust me, there's always something that you could be doing better. So be very reflective, look back at your videos. And I gotta say, you gotta be able to watch yourself, because I mean, that's the only way that you're gonna learn. I know it may be awkward at first to go back and watch your videos, or to watch yourself and listen to yourself, but you have to do that if you want to improve. Also, in YouTube, some of the things that they have built into the Creator Studio can help you with this, to learn about the analytics. You really want to learn about that and see who exactly your audience is, what type of videos are garnering attention. There's just a lot going on with the analytics. I know I only use maybe a portion of it, but still, just that alone helps. So yeah, you want to get comfortable with the analytics and really play around with the Creator Studio, see what's going on there, because there's a lot that they have built in that's going to help you as a YouTuber. And of course, there are some videos you can look up to help you with this as well. Big thing here, be patient. There are a lot of YouTubers that come and go because they expect to be an overnight success. Most of the time, it does not work like that. As a matter of fact, even when some YouTubers blow up quickly and they get a lot of attention quickly, it could be because one video took off for them. Like they may have had a video that went viral. Doesn't mean they're going to be a long-term success. And there have been a lot of YouTubers that were known for one particular video, and that's about it. So if you really want to grow an audience, it's going to take time. It's also going to take consistency. You can't like drop in and out of YouTube and expect to have an audience that's going to stick with you. Also, as you're growing your channel, do it naturally. Don't do things like ask for sub requests, or have clickbait thumbnails. Ask for shout outs on people's videos, or attempt to advertise on other people's channels as well, which, by the way, if you try to advertise on other people's channels or even put your video links on other people's channels, YouTube catches that and it ends up going to spam. So you're wasting time with that. So yeah, be patient about growing your channel. Don't try to force it, because I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen if you get a bunch of subscribers the wrong way. And what I mean by that, if you get them by sub for sub, and I know some people even pay for subscribers, which is crazy, but what ends up happening is that you have a good subscriber count, but then low views. And that's something that people notice. If you have, and I put this here as an example, this isn't an actual example, it's something I kind of cobbled together, but let's say that somebody has 1,000 subscribers and they have a video that's been up for days that has less than 100 views. That's just not a good look. You want to keep your engagement up, because that's going to affect whether or not other people want to actually subscribe to you. So you don't want false subscribers. You want it to be legitimate, and you need to promote yourself in order to get subscribers. Some channels don't grow because some people, they really don't try to grow their channel at all. You have to promote yourself on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever it is. Share your videos, shout your own self out. Also, when you upload your videos, of course, there's an option on YouTube to put tags or keywords into the as you're uploading. You'll see it if you've never seen it before. when you work with putting a video up, you will see that there is a window where you can add tags and those keywords, and that really does matter. It makes a difference. Some people's videos never show up when people do searches because they don't put the tags or the keywords. You have got to do that consistently. It makes a big difference. Also, again, I'm really going to stress this: be consistent, but not overly consistent. And what I mean by that is being consistent doesn't mean you do the same thing in every video. You got to mix things up. You want to do different intros from time to time. I know I have several different intros that I've used throughout my time on YouTube, and some that I even stopped using for a while, and then I brought them back because people really like them. You know, just mix it up, and also switch up your music as well. That's if you choose to use background music, because there are some people that use the same background music every single video, and it starts to make all of your videos seem the same, and it gets a little bit grating. Even if it's not a bad song choice, over time it can start to get irritating. So you got to mix things up some. But when it comes to being consistent though, you do want to upload on a regular basis, and this is probably one of the biggest pieces of advice that I could give in this whole video. Give your viewers at least one video per week that they can look forward to on a certain day. I think this was one thing that really helps a channel to grow, and it's a you know, on the opposite end of it, it's a reason why some channels don't really grow, because their uploading is so sporadic. But yeah, if you can give viewers just one video to look forward to per week, I'm telling you, over time, it'll take some time, because the series that I have going on my channel, it wasn't like an overnight success. It took a long time for it to start to get thousands of views. So, but if you stick with it, it pays off in the long run. Of course, that's if it's good content. But think of yourself almost like a TV station, you know, like, or, you know, a TV network. With Game of Thrones, I put that Game of Thrones poster there just to give you an example. People, they look forward to that. They can't wait to see it, you know. So give people, again, something to look forward to. It makes such a big difference. And also, if you need a break at some point, if you've been doing YouTube for a while, give your viewers a heads up. Don't just disappear on them, because you know that's going to really rub a lot of people the wrong way, and you may lose a lot of support. So it's understandable if you need some time, but yeah, just be respectful to your subscribers and do give them a heads up. And you might even want to have some content prepared, some videos that can go live, and that is another option on YouTube. Set some videos up to go live while you are away from YouTube. Again, you know, that's going to help them, and then that'll show your subscribers that you actually care. Something else here, it seems obvious, but I gotta say it though. I gotta put this out there. Be you. Do what makes you happy, because you're not gonna please everybody anyway. You're gonna get people that try to give you advice, but a lot of times the people that are trying to give you advice, they don't even know any more than you do. I've had some people that try to give me advice as if they know everything about YouTube, and then I go check out their channel and it is dead. Crickets, you know. So you got to be careful about that. Now, I will take advice from people like my friends that I trust, and you know, fellow YouTubers that I trust, but those are relationships that are built there. You know, these random people coming at you with advice, you can't take all of that. There's no way to satisfy everybody. So yeah, in the end, in the long run, you got to do what's going to make you happy, and something that will get you comfortable with doing YouTube, especially when you first start up, is to imagine that you're talking to a friend. And the cool thing about YouTube is eventually you will make friends, you will make connections, and then it gets a lot easier. But if you feel awkward at first talking on camera again, just imagine that you are speaking to a friend. Something that helps me as well, like right now, you all can't see me, but I speak with my hands because it's something I do naturally. So I do it even when I'm recording my audio, and it helps. It makes a big difference. So do whatever's going to make you comfortable and record in a way that suits your content. I tend to be behind the camera. That's because I focus on collectibles. So I think the focus should be on just those collectibles, you know, up close shots of my collectibles. So and I know that there are some other YouTubers that do the same thing, and it's really more about your personality than the way that you record. Okay, so Ashens, he's a UK YouTuber that has I forgot what his subscriber count is. I know it's over 1 million though, and his setup is very simple. I mean, he's actually looking at items, different products. A lot of times it's kind of cheap knockoff products that he focuses on. And I mean, his chair, it looks like an old sofa or something. That's his background. And we know it sounds odd if you've never seen his channel, but I'm telling you, his channel works because of his personality. So record in a way that suits your content and that you feel comfortable with. Now, if you're vlogging and doing certain types of videos like maybe makeup tutorials and things like that, then of course it makes sense to be on camera, but just go with what makes sense for the focus of your channel. And again, be you as well. I gotta say this again, be you in terms of your personality. Don't try to force humor. Don't try too hard to be cool, because it just comes off looking lame. People can tell when you're genuine or not. So you don't have to be some character. I know I had a series before where I would do a certain voice sometimes, but it kind of fit the whole theme of what I was going for with that video, and I mainly would do it like a certain voice as an intro, but then from there I was more natural, you know. So I mean, it's okay to play around and things like that, but just don't try to force the humor too much. And again, don't try too hard to be cool. I always say, if somebody has to try to be cool, then they're probably not. Okay, so just be you, let it be natural. Also, as far as technology is concerned, you don't have to have the greatest technology in the world, but you should try to upgrade when it is feasible, when you can afford to, because yes, video quality, audio quality, it does matter in the long run if you want to have a large audience. So keep in mind also, when you're making these videos, you are a director. You need to think like a director. So especially if you're filming while you're moving around, let's say if you're on a shopping trip, or if you're on vacation and you're walking around and you're filming, smooth camera movements as much as possible. You don't want to make people sick, like, you know, like they feel sick to their stomach when they're watching your video because the camera's all over the place. And I know there's some videos I've had to quickly tune out of because I really started to feel almost nauseous because the person holding the camera was not even paying attention to the camera. It was just everywhere. And I feel like at no point in somebody's video should there be an extended look at the floor that they're standing on. That's obviously somebody who's not aware of the camera. So again, be aware of the camera and try to make smooth camera movements if you are walking around. Also, be willing to edit, especially if you need to move some unnecessary dead air. Now, dead air, and what I mean by that is when you're not talking and there might be no sound at all. Those moments sometimes can be used for a dramatic effect or for a humorous effect. But if that dead air has no reason to be in the video, get rid of it, edit it out of there. And you want to do some clever things with your editing as well. I mean, you'll see a lot of people that do some really good editing on YouTube, and it does take a lot of work. I mean, to be real about it, it does take a lot of work, but I think it is worth it, much more so than a video that's extra long just because somebody was too lazy to edit. Also, when you're in controlled environments, especially in your home, try to minimize background noise and distractions. I know it might get hot in your house, especially if it's summertime, but you can turn off a fan or the air conditioner just for a few minutes while you record. You don't want to have a buzzing sound going on the whole time that you're recording. Also, things like, I hate to say this, but I worry that a lot of YouTubers are going to end up burning up in their homes because there's way too many videos I watch where I'm constantly hearing the beeping from a fire alarm. People, I promise, 9-volt batteries don't cost that much. Make sure you have a good battery in your fire alarm. And then that's just another thing. That constant chirping is just very distracting within a video. Also, if you have like a TV on in the background, or you got a dog barking or something like that, if it's not a good time to record, then just don't record. Wait till it is a better time. You don't want to have those distractions. Also, you can study up on cameras, microphones, lighting, all those sorts of things. Again, like I said, as you get the money where you can upgrade your technology, then you want to be knowledgeable about it. I'm not going to really suggest any types of cameras or anything like that right now. I have been looking at some things, doing some research myself, but the reason I'm not going to say it in this video is because technology moves so quickly. So I might mention a camera that's hot right now, but then it may not be the best camera even just a month from now. So I would just say stay up on that. Keep doing your research about technology that would help you out. And like I said, when you can afford it, do so. Upgrade, because improved image quality, improved sound quality, it does help to lead to more viewer support. Something else here that should be obvious is to be creative. You've got to be creative. And I have really learned that thumbnails are hugely important. That really is your first impression. When somebody gets suggested one of your videos and they're looking at that thumbnail, the thumbnail can make or break that video. So you want something that's eye-catching but not too busy, not too erratic. It needs to be clear what the focus of the video is. And there are some apps that you can look up that'll help you to make thumbnails. I mean, people do them different ways, but again, I know there are some apps that make it pretty easy. Also, from time to time on your channel, you might want to throw your viewers a curveball. Just do something unexpected, something that seems spontaneous and fun, you know, kind of mix it up for the people, you know, and that just keeps your channel more interesting. And then most importantly, just in general, have fun with this. If you're not having fun making videos, then again, that might come across within your videos. And I mean, what's the point? If you're not enjoying YouTube, then there really is no point in doing it. Also, you need to be realistic. Don't expect to make big money on YouTube. It's just really not that way. Even YouTubers that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers or even millions of subscribers, a lot of them, they supplement that income by having endorsements or, you know, striking up deals, promoting different products, whatever it is, you know. So again, don't expect to make big money out of it. Most YouTubers make very little, if anything, off of YouTube. So don't go into YouTube with that focus, because you will be very disappointed, trust me. Also, as your channel grows, you can expect to face some hate and jealousy. It's just gonna happen. We know that there are trolls online, there's bullies online. Just block those people and keep it moving. I think sometimes people think that I focus on that a lot. I really don't, though. I'm really more critical of myself. I want to improve my videos because I know when I can do better, because I am reflective, you know. So I really don't worry so much about the trolls and the hate and all that. You know, I block a lot of people and I just keep it moving. I block people if it's necessary. You know, I'm somewhat strict, and that's just because I look at it this way. It's not that I can't take trolls saying negative things. It's just that I don't have to. You know, this is something I do for fun. And I want you to have that same mentality if you get into YouTube. You don't have to put up with it. So just block it and keep things positive on your channel. You know, that's the way I look at it. Again, so also, don't call yourself a failure in the long run. Let's say that you start up a channel, it doesn't really work out, you're not really gaining subscribers. You can't really call yourself a failure, though, if you didn't even give your best effort. You got to give it 100%. Because I truly feel that if you at least give it 100% and you really try to be consistent and creative and do all those different things that I've talked about, you're going to get a following. It may not be a major following, but you're going to get some of a following. You're going to get an audience. The only way you would have almost no audience is if you're really not trying, if you're sporadic with uploading, if you leave YouTube and you come back, you know, you're back and forth, you keep changing the name of your channel or dropping your channel altogether and starting up another one, then another one and another one. If you're doing all those sorts of things, then you're really setting yourself up to fail. That's on you. Okay, but you know, if you, like I said, if you give it 100%, you're gonna get an audience, and if you be consistent, you're gonna get an audience. But you gotta make videos that actually entertain you. Then I guarantee it's gonna entertain some other people as well. And be passionate, because YouTube is definitely hard work. You need to be prepared for that. It may seem simple on the outside, but once you get into it, you will see it's hard work. So you've got to be passionate about this. You gotta care. And if you don't care, it's going to be obvious. You know, if your videos are kind of lazily done, it's going to be obvious. So yeah, be passionate about this, or don't even bother. Also, be proactive. That means stop talking about it. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Give it a try. Think about your focus. Think about your name. Think about what your first video could be. Hop into it, see how it goes. And your first video more than likely is not going to get a whole lot of views. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying, get the feel for it. You know, go ahead and get the feel for it. Of course, you know, some people will come across it. Don't freak out over that, but just get the feel for it. Be proactive. Go ahead and get into it. Don't procrastinate. Don't keep putting it off. Don't make excuses. Just get to it. And I know that this is an old meme, but it's true. It's, you know, it makes sense. So that's why I put it here. And last thing here, be kind, people. And I need you to be kind and make sure that you drop a like on this video. Make sure that you comment, especially if you are a YouTuber and you have some more advice that you would like to share with potential YouTubers, people that are interested in it. Make sure you share that information. Also subscribe if you're new and you like my other content. Do kind of browse and see what my other content is about. If you're interested in it, then I would really be glad to have you as a subscriber. And also, if you feel like this video will help anybody you know, then share the video as well. That'd be very cool. But I'm gonna wrap it up real quick here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. Hope everybody got something out of this, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.